My name is Sam Cron, and I'm a communication major. I did my iMovie project on fun places to visit in Fort Wayne. I thought this was a fun topic to explore because I'm sure many students here live in Fort Wayne, obviously. But I've lived in this city for my whole life, 19 years, and I really haven't seen a whole lot of it, and I thought it'd be fun to kind of find out what there is to do. And I have found that despite a seemingly popular opinion among those who live in Fort Wayne, that there's actually a great deal of fun things to do in Fort Wayne that are totally free. The first place I visited was the Old Fort. The Old Fort is a very historic part of Fort Wayne. It's an exact replica of a fort that was built in 1815, which was designed to easily defend against Indian attacks using only around 50 men. Now that's right, the old fort that stands today is merely a replica that was faithfully recreated by Fort Wayne citizens around 1976. Just by being there and looking at it, you will be able to tell that there's a great amount of history behind it, and it looks like it could be from the 1800s. It's really authentic, and it's a great place to visit, and the city even holds special events for it during the summer at the fort. Despite what I thought, however, the Old Fort is not actually how Fort Wayne got its name, which is a little bit of a letdown. The second place that I visited was the brand new Promenade Park, which, like the Old Fort, is located right near downtown. Now, Promenade Park is a beautiful new park right on the riverfront of the St. Mary River and right by the connecting point of all three of the rivers in Fort Wayne. There are plenty of well-shaded tables as well as cornhole games and ping pong tables to enjoy. There are kayaks and canoes that you can rent as well as a boat ride, and across the walkway on the other side of the river is a very nice playground for children and a high-up, almost canopy-like walkway that gives great views of the rest of the city. The best part is that Promenade Park is only the first addendum to Fort Wayne's riverfront activities. There will be many more activities in places like Promenade Park that will be coming within the next several years. The final and not very specific place I visited was the general downtown area. I know that this kind of breaks the rules of only 3 places, but there's actually a lot that you can do in downtown, and honestly I found that it could occupy an entire day. The first place I visited was the Grand Wayne Center, which is a gorgeous building with a row of glass doors where people can hold events such as conventions, banquets, or wedding receptions. There's a very nice lobby with a Starbucks inside as well. Right across from the Grand Wayne Center is the Embassy Theater, where high-profile plays are performed. Nearby that is the Allen County Public Library, which is an absolutely enormous library with the best genealogy section out of any library in the country. And there's a Dunkin' Donuts attached to it, which is a nice touch. Along many of the alleyways are several pieces of art that are painted on the sides of some buildings, like these bluebirds you see here. This art piece actually has a plaque placed by the city of Fort Wayne describing it, which is pretty neat. Finally, I ended my trip downtown at Coney Island, which does cost money, but not only is it very cheap, but it's a Fort Wayne staple. If you go downtown, you have to go to Coney Island. The city of Fort Wayne has way more going on than most people give it credit for who live in Fort Wayne. These are just a few of the things that I found to do in one day. And there's constantly events in several of these locations, as well as, festivals, fairs. There's really a lot going on that really don't get noticed by a lot of people living in Fort Wayne. I've lived in Fort Wayne for 19 years, and I've just recently gotten out to see just some of what it has to offer, and already I'm kind of upset that I missed out on so much throughout my childhood, and I'm going to be keeping in touch with more that the city has to offer me.